Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. So today our team will present to you all about performance appraisal. Okay, first of all, what is performance appraisal? It is a systematic evaluation of an employee's job performance. Performance appraisal evaluates how well employees perform on their jobs compared to the set of standards and communicates that information to those employees. There are also other names for it, such as employee rating and performance evaluation. Okay, so moving to 4.2, uses of performance appraisal. There are three main uses for performance appraisal. First of all, to recruit a new workers. By implementing performance of appraisal, managers can understand better the skill of their workers. Thus, this information will help in the new workers in the future. Secondly, for users for training and development. With training, every employee's strengths and weaknesses will be analyzed. It is also essential in designing training in the future. And lastly, compensation and reward system. The employee's pay is measured and compared with the organization's target and plans.
So now I will proceed to 4.3, the benefit of having effective performance appraisal system. Many experts have doubt about the effectiveness of the performance appraisal system. However, even so, a systematic appraisal of employees has the following benefits. First of all, encourage quality performance by rewarding those who do well. Second, improve current performance by giving workers feedback. Number 3, identify training needs. Number 4, initiative fair disciplinary proceeding. Number 5, provide a channel of communication between managers and subordinates. Now we go to 4.3.2. Improve current performance by giving workers feedback. The purpose of employees appraisal is for the supervisor to provide feedback on the strength and weakness of the employees and to improve his job behavior. In addition, the supervisor can inform the employees about his work progress, discuss area he needs to develop, and identify future development plans. From the feedback received, an employees know where he needs to improve, even if his appraisal is good. The supervisor would even have praised them for their achievement, motivating the workers to work harder. Now I want to go to 4.3.4. Initiate fair disciplinary proceeding. Human resource department would keep records of employee performance. For example, where an employer needs to take disciplinary action on an employee, such as terminating him for misconduct, his performance appraisal records can explain why such action is taken against him. This would provide appropriate action and prevent the employees from assuming that action are being taken against them on personal grounds.
I'm going to continue with the subtopic 4.4, which is bias or problem in performance appraisal. There will be 8 points, but I'll be talking about 4 of them, which is recency effect, halo effect, stereotyping, and fatigue. For the first point, which is recency effect, it occurs when the supervisor only considers the employee's most recent action, whether it was good or bad. The supervisors only remember what the employee has done recently and ignores what he has done over the year. The second point is halo effect. It occurs when the supervisor lacks one positive aspect of an employee character or performance to influence the employee's entire performance. The third one is stereotyping. It is when workers are judged based on the group to that they belong. Some supervisors hold traditional stereotypes of women. They feel that women are incapable of performing better than the male co-workers. The last one is fatigue. The supervisors may deliberate and evaluate each subordinate within their busy work schedule. They may start to appraise the workers in a rush, trying to meet the appraisal deadline, which may make the employee receive the rating they didn't deserve.
The other 4 points is center tendency, leniency tendency, strictness tendency, and prejudice. For the center tendency is occurs when the supervisor give all subordinates average ratings on all the criteria evaluate. And then leniency tendency is occurs when the supervisor always give his subordinates high marks. Then strictness tendency is the supervisor appear too harsh in appraising their subordinates and tend to rate all their subordinates consistently low. The average rating is 3 or 4 only because they have set a very high standard. And then the last one is prejudice. Is holding negative opinion about a particular group of people. The negative feeling can be on personal characteristics such as racial, religious, sex, or age-based. These negative feelings can distort the rating of employees.
I will continue with the next point, which is 4.5 parties involved in performance appraisal. Who should do the appraisal? Performance appraisal is best conducted by someone familiar with an employee's performance. The first one is the employee's manager, which is the person who directly oversees the employee's work. They conduct the appraisal, providing feedback based on their observation and measurement of the employee performance. The second one is the employee co-worker. The employee co-worker know him better because they the one who work closely with the employee and who see the worker when the manager is not around. The third one is, which is the peer. In some organization, co-worker may be asked to provide feedback on the employee performance. This is especially common in 360-degree feedback system. So for the fourth, the employee's subordinate. If the employee is a manager, the direct report may also be asked to provide feedback on their leadership and management skill. Next, the customer, which is in role that are customer facing. Feedback from customer or client may be incorporated into the performance appraisal. The last one, which is the employee himself. The individual being evaluated, they often participate in self-assessment, providing their perspective on their achievement, challenges, and areas for improvement. In conclusion, the performance appraisal process is a collaborative effort involving multiple parties, the employer, manager, and supervisor, peers or college subordinate, and in some cases, customer or client all play significant role. Each party bring a unique perspective to the process, contributing to a comprehensive evaluative of the employee performance.
Methods of performance appraisal. There are two methods of performance appraisal, which is number one is modern method and number two is traditional method. For the modern method, there consists of 5 parts. Number one is management by objective. Number two is 360-degree appraisal. Number three, cost accounting method. Number four, assessment center. And number five is behaviorally accurate rating scale. We move to the traditional method. Number one is ranking method. Number two, pair comparison. Number three, grading method. Number four, force distribution method. Number five, checklist method. And the last one is essay method.
4.7 Implementation Appraisal Interviews. Once a system has been chosen and decisions have been made, 2 steps must be taken to ensure successful implementation. Firstly, workers must understand the system and be made aware of the performance factors which will affect their appraisal rating. There should be no question about the confidentiality of the system. The employee must sign the appraisal form as evidence that he had been informed about any weakness in his performance. In that case, the employer will have proof that a fair procedure had been followed before the dismissal. Secondly, all managers must be trained to implement the appraisal system and conduct the interview discussion for further performance improvement. 4.7.1 Appraisal Interview. An appraisal interview is conducted by an employer to review and give feedback about an employer's past performance. The appraisal interview is a very uncomfortable process. It can be an emotional experience for the manager and the employer because the manager must communicate both praise and criticism to the employer. Chandler 1990 suggested that the appraisal interview should serve the following purpose. First, goals with the negotiated with the subordinate. Second, help will be given with action plans. Third, counseling will be given. 4.7.2 Counseling employees with problems. At this point, examining the use of counseling skill is relevant. Managers are called upon to counsel employees in various situations, including appraisal discussions such as disciplinary interviews, retrenchment exercise, career development interviews, and pre-retirement programs. In addition, managers need to offer a range of services to employees in order to promote productivity. Helping employees perform satisfactorily may require a combination of non-directive counseling, advice giving, information giving, teaching, and coaching. 4.7.3 After the appraisal interview or discussion. After a discussion, an appropriate follow-up action must be taken. For example, if the employee has performed well, he should be rewarded. However, suppose his performance is below standard. In that case, the manager, after discussing the issue with the employer, has to decide whether the worker needs to more training or retraining and make the necessary arrangement.